What is the biggest red flag in a friend in your opinion? How do you maintain long distance friendships? Any tips for apartment hunting in NYC? How did your family react to the engagement? When are you guys getting married? Can you tell us more about your ring? Ring details, please. I don't know if you guys remember, but June and I were starting to learn Italian last year, and we were good for a bit, but then long story short, we just lost steam. I mean, a lot of you guys already know that I've never traveled internationally, and so if I'm being completely honest, it was kind of hard to stay motivated to learn a new language with visiting that country as the incentive. But now that it's like almost possible, I feel a lot more excited and motivated to learn. And so that is why I partnered up with Babbel again. Babbel is one of the top language learning apps in the world, and all of the lessons are designed by real language teachers. Voi siete spagnoli? Io sono di Firenze.
Grazie.
Grazie. Sono di New York. I would love to know what language you guys would want to learn. If you guys are interested in trying Babbel, I do have a 60% off link in the description, so make sure you check that out. Look who's over.
Who's me?
Eye drops just in case. That's all, right? Yeah. Okay. Who got you on TikTok? Hey guys, I asked you guys on Instagram to send in some questions, so I'm just gonna try to answer as many as I can right now. Let's start off with the easy ones. Where do you shop? Best websites to shop on? I would say the majority of my pieces are from either W Concept or YesStyle these days. And then for basics, I would say the Foundationals is pretty good. Cotton. I'm sure there's a few other one-offs that I'm forgetting. I do thrift quite a lot. I'm definitely lucky to live in Brooklyn because there's just so many good thrift stores around me. But I will say I've been really into Poshmark and Depop. I actually just got into Depop, but I had no idea how good it was. There are so many cool pieces on there. I think you just need to know what you're looking for and type in like the appropriate keywords. And then another shopping question, where do you buy your jewelry? All of my rings right now, except my engagement ring, these are all Mejuri. For earrings, I think I have a mix of Gorjana, Mejuri, and Ana Luisa. I also got a lot of my hoop earrings from Etsy. Beyonce, they have some good men's pieces too. And then like Ore. And then for more like unique pieces, I really like Eriko Jewelry. She designs and hand makes everything, and they're like inspired by nature, so it's really pretty. How tall are you? I'm 5'6". Where is your silver watch from? So I get asked about this watch a lot. It's actually my mom's, and she's had it for like as long as I can remember. I brought it back to New York with me, and then she ended up texting me and asking me if I took it, and I was like,
Yes.
but she ended up being totally fine that I took it. I don't know. I take things from my mom all the time, and she just lets me, so. How do you maintain long distance friendships? How have you and your California friends managed to stay close? So to be completely honest, I don't think I have the best answer for this question. It's something that I struggle with too, and I think the longer that I'm away, it gets harder. It's been almost 4 years now since I moved to New York, but I think during the times where I did feel like a disconnect or distance, if I felt like forgotten or replaced. I was actually talking about this with my therapist, and I think a lot of those thoughts and feelings, while they may be valid, more times than not, it's me jumping to conclusions and feeling insecure. And so I think once I was able to kind of identify that, it was easier to just trust in the friendships that I built and feel secure and safe in those. I mean, I guess that's the hard part, is like feeling secure in friendships when you don't feel secure. I definitely think everyone has their own needs in a friendship and expectations. Like I have some friends where we will do regular FaceTime check-ins and just update each other on everything and talk for hours. And then I have other friends where we'll text more frequently and keep each other updated on more day-to-day things. And then I have other friends where we just don't talk at all, but then when we do see each other in person, it's like no time has passed. But just like being far from your friends, I think it's totally normal to feel different things and also feel different things at different times. What is the biggest red flag in a friend in your opinion? I wouldn't say this is the biggest red flag, but something that I try to avoid in friendships is competitiveness. Not like friendly competition or anything, but it's more like petty competition. There's just something about it that really rubs me the wrong way. And when I sense that kind of energy, I tend to get really guarded. It almost feels like it's no longer safe to share things with them because I start questioning and doubting like what their reaction is gonna be. What is your dream? I was actually just talking about this with June. I don't want to give too many details away, but it would be something like a community center for the local youth to explore different hobbies and skills and just be kind of like a resource for them. I'm sure there are a lot of centers like this, but I do want to incorporate a couple other things into it too. It is kind of nice though that our vision for the future is very aligned, and I think we both find just like meaning and purpose in very similar things. Any tips for apartment hunting in NYC? Number one tip that anyone's probably going to tell you is have all of your paperwork ready going to the apartment viewing, because chances are if the apartment is as good as you think it is, there are going to be so many other applicants there too who are also going to be ready to submit an application and maybe even put down a deposit. And then this kind of goes along with the next question, which was any advice for making new friends as an adult, especially after relocating to a new place. So to answer both of those questions, I think having a roommate or roommates is like the best thing you can do. Usually triples, like a 3-bedroom apartment, you'll get more of a bang for your buck than a double. Having roommates makes it a lot easier to make new friends. I think my core group of friends here in Brooklyn, I met them all through my previous roommates. How did your family react to the engagement? My mom was obviously really happy. She loves June. And then my brother too, he messaged June before he messaged me. He was like, oh, like I've always wanted a brother. So yeah, they were both really happy. They both love June. Can you share what talks you and June had before the engagement? Did you previously discuss engagement plans? Did he know what ring you wanted? So we had an initial conversation where both of us felt like we were ready, and we kind of like discussed timeline a little bit. And then we just kind of took time on our own to really think about what this means, like what this next step means, the logistics of it, but also just to really figure out how we feel about it, to pray about it. And then I think we had another conversation after that, and both of us still felt the same. And so June suggested we go to Diamond District because he wanted to get a feel for like what type of rings I liked. So I think we went to like 4 different places in Diamond District. After all our appointments, I kind of just told June what was important to me and what wasn't, and then he took that information and got me this ring. So I got a lot of wedding questions like, when are you guys getting married? Will your wedding be in New York? Are you having a destination wedding? Are you gonna elope? And to be completely honest, I don't really have an answer for any of those yet. We haven't really talked about wedding details. We have a few other things that need our attention, which we're prioritizing more for now, and then we'll get into wedding planning probably like later in the year. But what I can tell you is we will most likely get married at a courthouse first to get like all the paperwork started for my status, which is exciting but also really nerve-wracking. But yeah, I will keep you guys updated on all of the wedding planning stuff. Can you tell us more about your ring? Ring details, please. I went with an elongated oval with platinum prongs and a solitaire platinum band. So we did go to Diamond District knowing we wanted a lab-grown diamond. I think all of the places that we went to had both natural and lab-grown diamonds, and so we did get to see both, but honestly that price difference was insane. And I know there's like debates about which one people prefer, but I think it's just personal preference. So yeah, I'm gonna wrap up the video here. I hope I answered your question. I tried to answer as many as I could this time, but thank you so much for watching and sending in questions. Hope everyone has a good week, and I will see you in the next video.